Designjunction is obviously taking place at Pelota, and we're presenting over 25 international design brands. So you'll have the kind of larger commercial companies sitting next to smaller independent designers. But actually what we sort of bring together is we have collectives who show here, we have brands, and then we do collaborative projects.
The exhibitors that we have here are an edited selection from the show in London. We have a cross-section really of furniture brands, lighting brands, rugs, also product.
So one thing that we do is actually we spend an entire year going around all the trade fairs and actually seeing things all year long, and we pick out interesting design brands, and it takes a very curatorial approach, and that's how we work as a team. So we come to the table with different ideas and different, designers that we've met along the way.
And we always look for very interesting spaces and always find really beautiful buildings to show in. Pelota obviously being one of those. So the idea is really just to keep, like I said, a very light touch and let the building sort of speak for itself, not to compartmentalise the building, but actually create sort of sightlines through the space, keep it all very light and airy, just so it feels not too oppressive, and again, like I say, let the companies breathe, let the brands sort of show to the best of their ability.
I think it's critical because Milan has been running for so many years, and you're right at the heart of the design industry, and this is where most people do a lot of business. And whilst our flagship show will always be London, Milan, even on a small scale, has such a huge importance for presenting design.
And I think typically it was a Salon de Mobile, it was all about the furniture, but now it's more and more about sort of lighting and rugs and product and design in general. I mean, there's also art and fashion. I just think there's a sort of real crossover between sort of various different disciplines, and it's really just giving a backdrop for that really here. I mean, in the last few years there seems to be a move away from decoration specifically, so it's much more about sort of honest materials, natural materials, not so many synthetic materials, but an honest approach. And when I say honest, I mean sort of a very sort of simplistic view. There's, like I say, not too much decoration. I mean, in a way almost like a modernist approach, where sort of like, I mean, from function and utility. A lot of companies have changed now, and so what you have is companies which are what I would call production companies, which don't necessarily manufacture but actually outsource a lot of production. And subsequently, when you say where the technology or the research and development lies, it sort of lies all over the world, and fundamentally these companies will go and find it out, and it could be from a technique that's done out in Eastern Europe to somebody that works amazingly with leather but is in a different part of like the UK or some. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like trying to find out those key elements, and I really wouldn't say that you could say like one company or sorry one country was leading the way in that.
I'm presenting here in Salone del Mobile the collection of early birds that I'm designing and also producing, and it's all being made in Sweden, and it's a pretty new collection, and it's the first time it's being showed here in Milan. One piece in the collection is the cabinet La Pasticceria, that was actually inspired by Italian pastry stores. The way they use the curtain and the way they show products. So I was inspired by that way of showing products in the shop window of a pasticceria. So I made a cabinet from that idea. I mean, the whole collection is actually based on a cross leg that is the base of the collection, and it comes in different versions. So it was firstly made as a table, dining table, And the idea was to make a table construction that is very strong, and also you don't get your knee away in the leg from the table, so you can sit anywhere around it. It's very important that the things that are being designed are eco-friendly and sustainable. For instance, I produce everything in Sweden, and I use qualitative materials and good production techniques, so I can control everything and know that it's being well made and made in a proper way. And I'm using also materials that are being recycled, and I use only surface treatments that are like wax and natural. I think it's the best place to be to show your design, because people are coming from all over Europe and all over the world to look at things, and you get a great opportunity to meet people, and so much interesting things going on. So it's really fantastic to be here.